DeepSeek grabbed the headlines, but it was never a lone genius. It was the loudest signal of something bigger, a wave of Chinese labs releasing powerful, open models and racing up the global leaderboards. In this episode, we meet two of the most important, Kimi, from a startup called Moonshot, and Qwen, from the e-commerce giant Alibaba, which has quietly become the most downloaded open model family on the entire planet. If you want to understand where OpenAI is heading, you have to look east. First, why is so much of the open action coming from China? Part of it is strategy. If American labs dominate the closed, paid market, Chinese labs can win influence and developers by making excellent models free, spreading their technology worldwide. Part of it is fierce domestic competition, a crowd of well-funded labs racing each other, which pushes everyone forward fast. And part of it is simply talent and scale. The result, model after model from China now, sits at the top of the open leaderboards, and the West is paying very close attention. Start with Kimi, from a Beijing startup called Moonshot AI. Kimi first made its name with an extraordinary long context, the ability to read and reason over enormous amounts of text at once, a stack of books or a giant codebase, in a single go. Its more recent open models pushed further into agentic skills, being good at carrying out complex, multi-step tasks with tools, the kind of work that powers AI assistants that actually do things, not just chat. And crucially, Moonshot released these as open weights, a genuinely giant, capable model, free for the world to download, and it rocketed up the leaderboards. Now the quiet giant, Qwen, from Alibaba, China's Amazon. Qwen doesn't always grab headlines, but by the numbers it may be the most important open family in the world. It's the most downloaded set of open models on Hugging Face, period. Why so popular? It comes in every size, from tiny models that run on a phone to large ones for servers. So there's a Qwen for every job. It's strongly multilingual, and it's very good across writing, coding, and math. That combination made Qwen the default foundation that countless other developers build and fine-tune on top of. A huge share of the open models you'll find are Qwen underneath. So what does this surge mean, taken together with DeepSeek? A few things. The open models are catching up. The gap between the best free model and the best paid one keeps shrinking, sometimes to just months. That's great news for everyone who builds more powerful, free options and real leverage against the closed vendors. And strategically, AI has become a two-horse race, the United States and China, out ahead of everyone else, each pushing the other faster. The open frontier is no longer a Western story. It's global, and it's moving quickly. Should you use Kimi or Qwen? For builders, absolutely worth a look. They're excellent, free, and yours to run and customize, with particular strengths in multilingual and agentic work. The same sensible caution applies as with DeepSeek. If you care about data privacy, download and run the open weights on infrastructure you control, rather than using a Chinese company's hosted app, where your data would go to their servers. But the models themselves, once you're running them, are simply high-quality tools, available to the entire world for free. That's the gift of the open surge. So the China surge is real, Kimi pushing long context and agents, Qwen quietly becoming the foundation the open world is built on, right alongside DeepSeek shock. We've now toured the whole map, the closed American frontier, and the open challengers of the West and China, which leaves the only question that really matters out of all of them. Which one should you actually use? Next time, the finale, a practical verdict, and where all of this is heading. See you there.